Well, welcome to Good Deeds, Real Estate with a Mission. I'm Bill Weidecker from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams, and welcome to our weekly installment. You'll notice that I'm here solo today. I've taken over. Actually, my wife, Diane Davidson, is away on assignment, which is code for on an appointment, and so you got me. So I've taken over the studio, and I get to talk about what I want to talk about. So a few things today. Number one, the mortgage rate market seems to be getting a little bit more favorable, which is good news because refinances the last couple of weeks have been up over the same period last year and up over even last month. So that tells me that rates have come down, and we're looking at about a 30-year fixed rate mortgage somewhere around 6 3/4. The FHA and VA mortgages are a little less than that. 6 1/4, 6.3, as is the conventional mortgage for 15-year notes. So that gives you an idea that we have seen a little bit of a softening in mortgage rates. That's important because this same time last fall we were, in the sevens and strongly so. So I think that's good news for consumers out there. I think we're going to be bumping around in the sixes for some time to come. So this is not a reason to necessarily wait for rates to come down. Time will do that. And one of the interesting things in the last couple of weeks is refinances were up. I talked to a client of ours who had a fixed rate from last year at 8%. Believe that or not, this time last year was looking at 8% and is refinanced again into the sixes and feels fantastic about it. So when rates move in a downward way, when they do and if they do, you can refinance. The other item I want to continue to sort of hammer on is this opportunistic market that we're in. And that remains to be the case with regard to properties and inventory numbers, still low. Just recently checking the state of New Hampshire this morning, 1,150 single-family homes on the market. So that's not nearly enough to give you additional context. Take Goffstown. There were 5 houses on the market this morning. 5. And there was an article in this past week's Union Leader, both online and in the print format, that was talking about the fact that, the all-time lows in a town like that. And so the prices there's a lot of pressure on prices, and that means that if you're a property owner looking to move this year, now's the time, because it's hard to know whether or not this kind of pressure is going to continue. My suspicion is that we're going to see a stall in prices at some point this year, and we'll see. But we are reaching these pinnacle numbers. There's a couple of properties on the market in Goffstown for $1 million, and we used to joke about it and say, how many properties can you get for $1 million? Well, in this case, one at a time. So I throw that out there because I want you to be aware inventory is still pretty tight. 24 homes on the market in Manchester today. 24 in a city the size of 110,000 people. 24 single-family homes across all price bands. So I think that's also important. The last item I want to talk about is Rocket Mortgage. Used to be Quicken Loans. Then morphed into Rocket Mortgage, number 2 lender in the country. This week bought REDFIN Real Estate for $1.75 billion. They bought the company, this acquisition, all-stock acquisition deal, for almost $2 billion. 2,200 agents nationwide. So what are they buying? They're buying some technology because Redfin has got a relatively decent website search tool, and that seems strong in price to me. So it makes me wonder, why are they willing to pay this much money for an acquisition of a relatively small real estate company nationwide? Yes, great search engine or search tool app, if you will, yes, but they're less than 1% market share nationwide. Why are they willing to pay so much? Here's why. Rocket is still trying to work into the daily respectability range for realtors out there in terms of a go-to mortgage a mortgage partner. And that just hasn't been the case so far. So we'll see where this all goes, but I think it's important to note this. The biggest advantage that you have with working with a realtor that you know, that you've used before, that you like, that you trust, is this. It is not the commoditization of services. It is the day-to-day details of your particular transaction that make it important to you. And there's no artificial intelligence, there's no search engine, there's no technology that can be as attuned to your wants and needs as we are. So I say this. I reach out to you to say, if you have a real estate need in 2025, reach out to us. We are more than happy to deal with you on a case-by-case basis. And in some cases, you may be needing to wait for a little while. In others, you may be needing to take action immediately. We can tailor our programs to fit your needs. So without delay, I just covered 3 things pretty quickly, but I have a sense that that's the way you like your information, fast and furious. And I want to thank you for listening to Good Deeds today. Be sure to subscribe to us on your YouTube, as a YouTube channel on YouTube. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Peace, everybody.